Morning, everyone. Hope you had a great week. Jackie Bluhm here, and this video is going to be kind of walking you through and putting together the cards from the Gnomes for Spring card kit. Now there's 8 cards and I prepped 5 of them, so if we have to, I might do one more on air just to show you how long it takes to do a full card. The other ones I prepped as far as inking them and stamping them, so that way I could just put them together for you. This is an awesome kit, and it's got some awesome goodies with it. I know I'm saying awesome too much, aren't I? Anyway, let me get, sorry, I totally forgot. It's been one of those days. Totally forgot to get my computer up and running, so give me just a second to do that. And while I'm doing that, you can look at this wonderful sticker sheet. There we are. And if you don't like gnomes, you do not have to use, oops, sorry. Okay, now we're ready, I think. If you don't like gnomes, there's only 2 that are on this sticker sheet. Sorry about that glare. Don't know quite where that's coming from. Anyway, so very pretty. It's got some really fun words that are super easy to use for lots of things. Partly sunny with a chance of fun. Bless your heart. Fresh from the garden. What a beautiful day. Welcome spring, and so on and so forth. So that is the sticker sheet. And I thought I'd show you the papers. I love this one. I don't know why. It just draws me in. So that's one side. Stripes. Love stripes. And I love that these are not like straight up and down. They're kind of like they've been watercolored on there or something, or sponged on there. Okay. Hope that wasn't too much of a pattern going on there. This is the clouds paper, and that is really pretty, which I need to find that because I need that for another card. And then we have a nice yellow and green plaid. I love yellow and green together. Yellow and blue together. And last but not least, now you've noticed there's been no gnomes. And this one, the only side that there's gnomes, isn't that cute? Cute, cute, cute. Is this side. So if you're not particularly fond of those, flip it over to here. Okay? So this is the card kit. And there's also cardstock with that as well. Let me grab that. So we have flamingo, limeade, jade, I just forgot what this is called. Just plain honey butter. Honey butter, glacier, and I believe those are this might not be. These are the true shades. Nope, I'll get it yet. So our paper has a white core, which is really nice because when you rip it, then you see that white core. And then it also has the full strength color, and then 30% lighter. I'll just stick this one in here. So hopefully you can see that difference. Hold it up a little bit. Okay, so if I do this one, it's maybe better. There you go. Hopefully you can see that difference. So that's the cardstock colors, and then white, daisy white. Okay, all right, let's get down to business. Now, these are the instructions that I printed off, but you can just save them to your computer. If there's even one card in here that you like, go to your computer now on my website right here, click on this paper pack or the kit, put it in your cart, go to the cart, and it'll say download guide, and you can just load it onto your computer and save it there. Okay? It's nice because it gives you all the things that you need. It also gives you instructions on how to cut your paper. Now this one was designed by a Close to My Heart consultant with Close to My Heart. So the instructions are similar to what we have in our from Close to My Heart. So what I will remind you is that if you've never cut a paper pack, the first number is your across. That's 4 inches. And it goes all the way down. And then your second number is 5 inches, so that would be this cut. 5.5 is going to be this cut. 4 1/4 is going to be this cut. The asterisk right down here means it's on the back side. This is the front side, and this is the orientation of the paper. Looks a little better. Let me pull that up. On this one, you can see that the front is going to be your stripes going this way. That way, when you cut out your papers, you don't have your stripes going the wrong way. Okay? And what else do I need to tell you? That's about it. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment, and I will figure it out for you. Also, you get some acetate shapes, cute little butterflies. Hopefully that's not too glaring. I'll bring in, I just took one of our old circles and I put the bigger ones in here and the smaller ones in here, and I've just been taking them out of there. Okay? But you get plenty. You'll have extras. All right. So, as always, thank you for shopping with me. Keeps me going. And let's get started. I'll put my instructions just off to the side. This is going to be card number 1. Not sure where to put my instructions. Got too much stuff on the side here. And the ink colors are Glacier, Limeade, Flamingo, and Acorn. Okay. Stick those off to the side on this side. Instructions there. All right. Let's go down and make a card. So, what I do is you see this little sticky note. I just put sticky notes all the way across, and as I'm cutting, go back to here. As I'm cutting, this says card 3. So I'll lay that under card number 3, and so on and so forth. Now remember, this cuts out 2 cards per 8, so you get 16 altogether. I just cut out the 1, okay? Because I might like to switch up the other set. Alrighty, so card number 1 is these pieces. So as I go, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks. Where did my other blue piece go? There it is. There's my other pieces. Butterflies. These little guys. Okay. So, sorry for the squeaky chair. I've really got to get my husband to take care of that. So, these 2 pieces, all the pieces, okay. The reason why I went through and I pre-sponged, 1, you don't want to sit and see me sponge all day. And 2, nearly every piece of cardstock in all 8 cards is sponged. So this is thinner paper than the cardstock weight. So what I like to do is put them up to each other, so that way it gives me a little stronger, and I hold it like this, which just makes this tougher than holding it like this. Okay? And then what I would do is just go all the way around and then put it the other way. Okay, so that's how I did that. Pennants, I always lay them on my grid, and I just poke a hole at about how high up I want, so that way I can make them the same. Okay, and I always cut the first one where I can see where the point is, then I turn it over, because I'm going the same way and I keep it straight. Rather than, or I'll cut it like this and then I'll turn it and cut it like this, because if I go from this edge, I'm kind of, see how my hand is kind of just awkward, and so it's much easier to cut straight. My hand doesn't move at all. So here's another one to cut out. So it says to cut this one out. So Limeade to sponge all the pieces. Title, cut it out by hand. So I wanted to show you just on one of them how I do that. So you want to leave a little edge, and I will actually grab, for the longer cuts, a little bit longer scissor. It just helps me to stay a little straighter. And see how I just left that edge? So I'm going to do that on both of the long sides. And I don't need those anymore. And then I'm going to go up and I'm just going to, and even if you cut it a little bit short, that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do those couple of points. And then I want to go into here. And what I'm measuring against is kind of like the edge of this, so that gives me a good guideline. Remember, don't go all the way up to it because you need a little bit of edge around there. And then I'm going to go over here. Okay, you can always cut off a little more, straighten it out. So it's just kind of like riding a bike. So these are all the easiest cuts. And the hard one is going to be this inside one. I shouldn't have done that. I'll go back and fix that. And it happens, right? Because you have to get in here and keep it straight. Okay? And go back and trim that off. And then we'll fix our little foofy. Okay? Like so. And you can see it's not perfectly straight, so I'm going to go back and give this just a little bit of a shave. And I'm just looking from this side to this side to kind of keep them even. That looks pretty good. If I really wanted to be fussy about it, I'd trim that one down just a smidge. So just look at what you're doing. There we go. So that's tip number 1. Get rid of all this. All right, now let's put this one together. And again, what does it say for us to do? Adhere the striped pattern paper to the left side of the card, leaving a 1/4 inch top, bottom, and side. So basically, you're just framing it out. Use my grid paper, line it up. Let's get some adhesive on here. And if you use your grid paper right, let's make sure I'm on camera. You can see that that is where the I'm going against this. Okay, it says we're live. Somebody tell me if we are, if anybody's out there. I don't see the camera counting though. Okay, I'm going to stop this one and start it again.